Lesson 6-4, Proportional and Non-Proportional Relationships. Two quantities are proportional if they have a constant rate or ratio. Two quantities are non-proportional if the ratio is not constant. Let's look at this example to determine whether the cost of coffee is proportionate to the number of pounds. So you see here that the coffee is at the top and the cost is at the bottom. So what we do is we write the rate of the coffee that it costs for each pound in the simplest form. So for the first example, it's 1/3. That's the simplest form. So then it says 2 pounds for $6. You simplify that, and that's 1/3. 3 pounds for $9 is simplified to 1/3, and 4 pounds to $12 is simplified to 1/3. So we would be able to say that the cost of coffee per pound is proportionate because all of the rates are the same. So we would say that this is proportional. Pause the video to determine if the number of miles is proportional to the number of hours. So for the first hour, you travel 50 miles. For the second hour, they travel 70 miles, which simplified is 1/35. For the third hour, they travel 90 miles, which simplifies to 1/30. And for 4 hours, they travel at 110, which simplifies to 2/55. So you can see here that the rates are constantly changing. So we would say that this is a non-proportional relationship because the rates are not consistent. They change over a specific period of time. If you were to graph this, you would see that it would not be traveling at a straight line, which would demonstrate something being proportional. Proportional relationships can also be described using an equation. That equation is y equals kx, where k is the constant rate. So this is what is staying the same. So we're going to say rate or ratio. This is what is constantly staying the same throughout the entire thing. We call this constant ratio or constant rate, constant of proportionality. So let's take a look at constant of proportionality, an example. So the cost of 2.5 pounds of meat is $7.20. So our first step is to figure out how much 1 pound of meat costs, because you want to know the rate. So we're going to say $7.20 divided by 2.5, so $2.88. So the constant rate is $2.88. So for every pound, you pay $2.88. So it says write an equation relating the cost of the pounds of meat. So if we use that formula, the y equals kx, where k is the constant. So the constant rate is $2.88. So then you have your y and your x. You can replace your y and your x with anything. I'm going to replace it with the cost and the weight. So 288 times W, which is the pounds, gives me the cost. And then the question says, how much will 4 pounds cost? So we still have the cost. We replace the W with a 4, and we multiply out, and we get $11.52 for 4 pounds. Pause the video to complete the lesson review. Make sure you show me this lesson review for verification of this video.